So I started doing this whole content thing, making videos, writing emails, building an email list, all of that kind of thing back in 2010. In 2010, it wasn't so much video because the internet was too slow, but certainly the email stuff, and back then it was blog posts and stuff like that. And what I've realized with this kind of thing is it's really a mental game if you want to be in it for the long haul in many, many different ways. So I'm on day 20 of posting regular of these build streams on YouTube and also posting them to Spotify as well. And my ideal goal was to do one every day. Now, one mistake that I've made in the past with doing a goal like that is that while every day, don't break the chain, the don't break the chain method is very powerful, it's also incredibly brittle, because if you're doing a don't break the chain thing, as soon as you miss a day, you're stuffed. And that has happened to me very many times. So you might say, well, why do it every day then, Mike? Why not just do it 5 days a week or do it every other day? Or, just like give yourself a break, or just do it once a week even. Spend more time on a single video and just do it once a week. I mean, to be honest with you, if I was playing the platform game, that is what I would do. I wouldn't be doing a video every day. But I know from the way that I work and the way my mind works and what I do best and what I do terribly, is that if I try to, I've tried it, in fact, I know this. If I tried to do one video a week and spend more time making and editing a video, I'd never do it. I'd spend so long and it would either never get out or it wouldn't be worth it. It's just that whole editing video and trying to get it right, all that kind of stuff. It's just not me. I'm much more of a live, in person, off the cuff, do it there and then kind of person. It's just what I respond to much better. So that's why I'm doing these unedited, off the cuff videos. I'm just sharing my experience because that's what I do best. So that's number one. And so you might say, well, that doesn't mean you have to do it every day. Why not just do it 5 days a week? Problem is that when I stop for a day, like every day that I don't do a thing, when I have to pick it up again, it's like doubly hard to get back into it. If I do it's like doing something every day for me is way, way easier than doing it every other day. Doing something every day for me is immeasurably simpler than doing it every week. I mean, I don't know, 10, 100 times. So daily is a real practice that I find personally much easier because it's like you just get into the rhythm of it and you feel, I don't know, it's just almost like when you don't do it, that you're almost driven to do it. But as I said, there's this problem of not breaking the chain, because when you do miss a day, I remember there's a few people who used to do splurging, which was a practice I did with musicians, and they would do a splurge every single day. And some people had done like 600, 800 days straight, and they were starting to get quite a lot of anxiety about not missing a day. And there's a couple of simple ways out of this. When I decided to do daily videos 20 days ago, I said to myself, well, number one, if I miss a day, which I probably will, given the amount I've got to do and the building that I'm doing and everything, I have to do it the following day. There's just no question. Okay, so that's one route out. The second route out of it is to not focus on these things behind me right now, which is the numbers. Because the way that these platforms work is, I mean, you think about it, they've got a certain amount of inventory. In other words, just think of the inventory as people's eyeballs. And they've got a bunch of videos to serve every day that have been uploaded to those eyeballs. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly how the algorithm works, but, I'm extrapolating here. So go with it. So they test these videos with those eyeballs, a certain number of people. And if the engagement, whatever the metrics are they're tweaking, goes up, well, they show it to more eyeballs. And if it doesn't, well, then they stop showing it to those eyeballs. Okay. Now, there is luck involved. There's all kinds of different things involved. They might slightly change the algorithm. There's 1,001 different things that might be happening with each individual video. But what it looks like to a creator who is posting these videos and watching the numbers, which I really don't do very much, even though I've got this behind me, because I'm talking about this, I decided to make this the background, is that if you watch the numbers too closely, you can start getting really freaked out. I mean, this is when you're beginning, right? If you're a really, really big channel and you've been doing it for a long time, you've got a system in place and you know what you're doing with the numbers, totally different situation. Talking about if you're starting out and getting something going. So if you look really, really closely at the numbers, well, number one, the numbers are so small that they're not as statistically relevant as they might be if they were much bigger. That's one thing to remember. So it could just be a freakish number. I often say to people, like my musicians, if they've released their first piece of music, every single piece of feedback that you have is like that first piece of feedback is a massive percentage of the feedback you have ever received, right? But once you've released a bunch, each individual piece of feedback gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It's a smaller percentage, right? So you've got to be really careful about not over-indexing on the numbers, because the way, as I said, the way it is for a creator looking at these numbers is it almost feels like you're playing a slot machine, because some days, I mean, this happened to me on, I think, about day 8 or 9 of the last 20 days, where all of a sudden, I think, I can't remember, but all of a sudden it looked like I was getting loads more people. And I got all kind of motivated by it. I couldn't help. Yeah, I knew what was happening as well. I got all motivated by it and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. And as it was happening, I was saying to myself, this isn't going to last because it will go down again. And that trough of despair, that's the dangerous bit. That's the bit where I'm most likely to fall off. And I did actually miss a day at that point. But my rule, record the day after, whatever you do, stayed. Okay, so I did that. I got through it. And I've not yet had a bump like that again. But the thing is, I've got to keep reminding myself that I am not trying to play the YouTube numbers game. I'm not playing the platform game. I am not a YouTube creator. I am a coach who is helping people build businesses. And I am using YouTube as a place where I'm sharing my progress and connecting with mainly an audience of people who already know me. At this point, it's a very small audience. But this isn't about massive numbers. This is about, well, partially, to be honest with you, it's just about myself. Actually talking these things through with you regularly really helps me process it in my head and figure out stuff. And having that daily practice, it's just a really helpful thing to do. So I was talking to Fable earlier because I'm trying to find a better set of rules, because I always think in terms of, well, not rules exactly, more principle. Like it's almost like very simple rules that say, right, I'm going to do this. So for example, I record a video every day is a very simple rule, much simpler than I record a video 5 times a week. So for me anyway, so the problem with this daily thing is that I am quite often ending up in a rush trying to get sort of videos out and scheduled when I don't want to do that. It's just causing me quite a lot of angst. And it's better. I mean, it's better than a lot of other things I've done in the past, but it's still causing me a lot of angst. So, and I want to keep this up. I really do want to keep this up for a lot of different reasons. So I thought through a number of different things, went back and forth with Fable as usual. It missed the point on very, very many occasions. And what I came up with in order to just keep going is that number one, the win for me is not these blue columns, right? And these numbers up, which way? That way. Numbers up here. Yeah, the number of views, or what the YouTube AI tells me is going well. I mean, it's nice when it goes well. It's not very nice when it goes worse. And I'm a human being, so I can't help that. That's not what I am doing. I am using the numbers to improve the kind of subjects that I talk about. Not too much, though. I don't want to become you see those videos on YouTube where all of a sudden, like, there's 10 videos about almost exactly the same thing. It's because they're it's because they've got these tools that show them what videos have done well by someone else, and they just copy them. Just do a different version of them. I'm certainly not going to play that nonsense. This is just not for me at all. Oh God, nothing could just, I don't want my life to be about that. Okay. So, but what I can see is what people respond to in a much more chill way, right? I'm not trying to get maximum views. It's not that. It's like, okay, so where did this video work? I'm transcribing every video automatically, and I can, with the help of like one of my AI automations, actually get from it, okay, you could tighten this up. The end could be better. So, it's just actually using it as a source of feedback. So what ends up happening is that the actual feedback I'm getting isn't these random numbers delivered by YouTube to keep you kind of in the slot machine mentality. Instead, it's much more, how am I improving the videos without editing, like without too much editing? Did a little bit of editing in the middle. Funnily enough, that was when I got that bump. I was like, oh, it's like, and I knew it was happening and I couldn't help it. It's like one of those things. We are humans. These platforms now push your buttons, right? And after that, I was like, no, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stay on it and just record the videos, and instead try and focus on making the videos less rambly. Obviously not doing so well on this one. So making the videos less rambly, have more of a beginning, a middle and end, all of that kind of thing. And instead of focusing my efforts on becoming a better editor, focus my efforts on becoming a better communicator off the cuff. Because like I found, if I try and get like bullet point things out and all that kind of stuff, I don't know, it loses something. It's less me. And also it's harder to do. And I start second guessing myself. I start like stopping myself from doing it. I feel like I don't want to do it. It starts feeling like work. Whereas this, what I'm doing right now, I enjoy it. It's like I'm talking to a friend, right? So that's the other thing. But what I wanted to do was stop it's like the treadmill. I'm on this treadmill where I've always only got one. I haven't got one video in the hopper. Okay. And the problem with filling up the hopper with multiple videos is that removes the sort of natural urgency where I've got to make a video today and post it, which then takes away the daily thing. And this is a really hard question. It's like, how do I keep going, but without always having this urgency? Because if you'll remember, what I said was, if I don't record on any given day, it's much harder for me to record the next day. And if I leave it 2 days, it's even harder. So what's happened in the past is I've built up a hopper of like, 6 videos. I've scheduled them all. I don't record for a week, and then I don't get started again. So here are my 2 simple rules now, which I'm going to test to see if I can be even more on it than I have been the last 20 days. 16 videos, 20 days, not bad. Let's see if I can do 20 for 20 next time. So rule number one, no matter what, I record every day. There's no question. Number two, I must schedule that video after I finish recording. So no pile of videos to process and think about and edit and second guess. Yeah, it gets uploaded, it gets scheduled on that date. When I say scheduled on that day, obviously I'm not going to release 10 videos in one day. If I do 10 in a day, what I mean is it gets scheduled for the next day and the next day and the next day. But I have to keep on recording a video every single day, no matter what. The reason that I'm making sure that I'm scheduling a video every day, no matter what, is that if I have a pile, it's happened so many times before, if I have a pile, I ended up not actually processing them. So I need to do the whole thing in one go. But then that will start to it will start to reduce that angsty feeling like, oh God, I've not done my video today. And instead it will become much more about just focusing on the enjoyment of communicating with you, of sharing my progress in building this build machine business, this Monday Stack business. It will allow me to focus on improving the off-the-cuff content that I'm making. And most of all, it will help me to stop focusing on these bloody slot machine numbers that it's so hard to ignore. So with all that said, onwards and upwards. I'll see you in 20 days.